My name's Candy and I'm an RYA PwC instructor trainer, and I run a centre called Marine Education based in Poole. It feels like a really long time since we've all been afloat. Some reminders to refresh you. There are so many areas that are now open for us to go and play, but also some that are still closed. So to save disappointment, please check local regulations online to see if you're actually allowed to ride in the area you plan to go. So first thing is to check yourself. Make sure you've got your personal kit sorted, in particular an impact buoyancy aid and some suitable clothing to go afloat in. So personally, I'm still being a bit of a wimp, which means I'm dry suiting it up. So I've checked over my seals and the quality and condition of my dry suit before I go. Make sure I've got some footwear, some gloves, probably a hat, obviously sunglasses to protect my eyes. The second job I'm going to do is go through the safety kit I carry on board the ski, which as a training centre, obviously we carry PW recommended safety equipment. So some examples of the bits that we've got here that are pretty essential. I'm going to start with probably the most important thing, which is a VHF or a mobile phone in a waterproof case, so that at least if we needed help, we have a means of getting it. We also have a tow line, flares, fire extinguisher, a survival bag, sharp knife, torch, whistle, spare kill cord, an anchor with some line on it, a first aid kit which is very basic but does the job, so wrapped in a food bag, keeps it waterproof. I've got a toolkit in case when I come to starting the ski it doesn't start, and at least there's something I can do about it, and then a dry bag to put all my gear in. Job number 2 is to check over your ski. Before you even leave home, don't wait until you're at the slipway or your launch site. Make sure your battery is fully charged and check over your fluids, so oil, fuel, and if you ride a ski like a Sea-Doo that has a closed loop cooling system, then your coolant as well. Run up the engine on the hose, check that your steering controls operate smoothly and everything's working. Check for leaks from hoses in your engine bay, and that there's no unusual things inside there, and that no fault codes come up on your dash. Check the other thing is to check your seals aren't perished. So have a look under your seats and your hatches and check that the rubber seals haven't perished over the time that the ski's been sat, doing not very much. Another consideration before you head off to the slipway is to check your trailer, including the wheel bearings, and that your light board is functional and your PW is strapped down securely. Know before you go, is the slipway open? Do you need to buy a permit to ride and launch? Check the weather. Getting wet is part of our sport, so it isn't really an issue, but strong winds and poor visibility certainly are. Check the tide at the launch location, see if there's enough water when you want to launch and recover. Make sure you check local rules or regulations for speed limits and familiarise yourself with where you are and aren't allowed to go. Try to avoid riding alone. See if there's another PW rider who's up for going out, and there are plenty of people who are around at the moment. So if you know anybody, or if you don't know anybody, have a look on social media groups. Plenty of people who are up for it at the moment. Going out with another rider is not only more fun, but in the event that you need assistance or a tow or something, they can help you, or vice versa. In case you do need help, however, take a mobile phone in a waterproof case or a VHF. Before you head out, even if you're riding in company, tell somebody ashore that you're going and when you expect to be back. Consider using the RYA Safe Tracks app. It is free and very easy to use. When you are at the slipway and riding with others, please don't forget about social distancing. And when you get back to the slipway on that basis, again, social distancing. But remember to take precautions when you're using things like public taps to flush and wash your ski, or maybe even just leave it until you're back at home. Before I go, please ride considerately. If you've been watching the news and social media over the last few weeks, you'll see there's a lot of skis afloat at the moment, and unfortunately there have been a lot of negative reports about some riders misbehaving, which give us all a bad name and long term could affect our access to the water. Doing all these things will help ensure you have a great day afloat, but also doing all of these things will reduce the possibility of you needing assistance from the RNLI, who are already pretty pushed.